Good morning, fam. Here we are at the farmers market and in Nashville, and I'm getting ready to show you. We had a big board of directors meeting this morning, getting ready for the market. So I'm going to discuss with you some of the things we talked about in this video. Getting ready for the farmers market, Howard County Farmers Market. Okay, here we are on the corner of Hempstead and Washington, South Washington, in Nashville, Arkansas, at the Howard County Farmers Market site. The things we talked about this morning at our board of directors meeting of the farmers market, Deborah Boldy and all of us, is parking. We're working on parking, and we're going to try to utilize this area right here for parking in front of the railroad track here. Normally people usually come and they park near the pavilion. Well, we're going to try to make it a little less congested by using this space for parking potentially, all right, and so that our vendors can just come up to the pavilion and with their trucks and unload their fresh vegetables and things, so, and honey and Fern's pies and everything. Now I'm going to take you on a quick tour of our site. We have a lot of work to do here. We're just getting started, and that's what we discussed at the meeting. So we're going to go to some of the facilities that we have. Okay, here's our kitchen. We're inside the pavilion where all the booths will be set up and everything, getting ready for all of our vendors. We're going to have an exciting year in 2019. Oh yeah. And we have our kids club, and I'll get a closer shot of that. Okay, here's our kids club, to where the kids learning about gardening and things and different activities, different projects that we have for them to get into gardening, crafts and arts and crafts and things like that. Now panning over here to our raised beds here, we got to do some work on them and everything there. And here's our greenhouse. Let me go inside, and here are people that were recognized and having to a part of this. You can see the names there. Okay, so now I'm going to go inside the greenhouse. Okay, here's our greenhouse. We're going to try to I got to talk to some more board members. We're going to try to allow, use this for maybe some of our growers starting out plants. But it's something we got to discuss to see how it's going to come out. And it's kind of, now here's how cold, look how the temperature is pretty warm in here. It's 80, it says 80 something degrees in here, 90 something. It ain't 90 degrees, but it feels warm. Feels really good in here. This is our greenhouse for Howard County Farmers Market. Now let me go back out here. The road map. Show you where everything is. Kitchen, restrooms, pavilion, garden. Okay. Now here's our demonstration garden. Like I said, it's the first part of April, and so we hadn't started really dressing it up yet or planning anything here yet. But it's going to be, this is where we have our demonstrations, and it's kind of our little organic garden here for demonstrations, how-to seminars and things like that. All right. Okay, walking back up to the pavilion from west to east. All right, here's our pavilion again. And here's where our proposal to have some handicap accessible, make it handicap wheelchair accessible. We're going to try to have a designated area sort of like over here next to the senior citizens building for parallel parking for handicap accessible, to be for handicap wheelchair accessible. And then we're going to pour, this is all in the works now, pour a little handicap ramp right here, for wheelchair ramp right here, so that it will be accessible to inside of the pavilion. Okay, we go around here. Like I said, we have a lot of work to do here, and we have a new market manager. We'll introduce him later. Okay, Julio. And here's the restrooms and everything. So this is just a quick tour of our farmers market here. And like I said, we had a board of directors meeting this morning to start planning. So time for you guys to get growing and get ready for Howard County Farmers Market in Nashville. Also, we're in a consortium with the Hope Market and Old Washington Market. So we're all doing it in this area, Southwest Arkansas. All right, so that's kind of what we discussed in our meeting this morning. All right, so get ready, y'all. Get ready. The farmers market is coming.